Hey guys, it's TK Slider here. Today I have another EdoPro Quickie. It's actually a little bit special one because it's an update to my Volcanic deck profile I had earlier this week. If you have not seen it, I'll put it definitely in the description below. But again, I'm trying to update this deck because again, that deck is a little bit outdated and it's 2020 meta. There's new cards, new spicy tech that Volcanics can have. One tech I already introduced is Pot of Avarice. This card is so great now that it's unbanned. Again, I haven't been playing in a long time. Again, Pot of Avarice at 1 is such a great card for this deck because not only is it a lot easier to use than Royal Firestorm Guards, now that we have Ash Blossom back in the deck, we have other monsters that get sent to the graveyard, including your Rocket, Slicer, and Inferno, and other things like that. Sometimes, even though it's not the 4 Pyro-type monsters that guards have, it still doesn't use your normal summon, so then you can draw 2 and then possibly get an even better normal summon, like a rocket or such. But I'm talking about the new card, probably the card that I'm going to title in this video is Forbidden Droplet. This card is the new secret rare that came out in Rise of the Duelists that came out, I think, this weekend or this week. It's so good. If you guys don't know what it does, it says send any number of other cards from your hand and or field to the graveyard, which is such a good thing, and that's cost, by the way. Until the end of this turn, half the attack of exactly that many effect monsters your opponent controls also negate their effects. And the last part of this text says it basically cannot activate cards or effects of cards with the same cards you use to send to the graveyard to activate this effect. That basically gives it spell speed 4 if you discard a spell, monster, or a trap. You have all 3 cards, monster, spells, and traps that do want to be in the graveyard, right? And the thing is, you can definitely just send one, especially when there's only 1 card in the field, right? It has adaptability that this deck really needs, right? And the fact that it doesn't target, which is so good. 1, you send cards as a cost, right? So if you really want reload to be in the graveyard, so you send it as a cost. If your opponent has no response, you can straight up chain the reload that's sent to the graveyard already, because it's a quick effect too in the grave. Not only that, but it halves the attack. It can be used in the battle step, which is really great because that's something that Volcanics often struggle with, because even though we have 1900 attack Rocket, you still have the 1000 attack Barrier Statue, and that's basically all you have to protect, right? So you can stop the battle phase, you can stop monster effects, you can stop breaking monster boards, right? If you have Red Eyes Dragoon, which can't be targeted, can't be destroyed by battle, and can negate something, this card is a 1 card out. Obviously it's a discard card, but it's so good, 1, because it doesn't target, and even if they do something, you can then change your target, right, to something else because it doesn't target, right, upon resolution, which is so, like, the way they word this card is so great. And you can negate their effects, and the opponent can't respond if you just got a monster card, right? So then your Red Eyes Dragoon could not even negate this card's effect, right? It's so good. Again, like I said, you can send cards from your hand or field to the graveyard. So what makes it so good in Volcanic is that you often draw cards using reload during your opponent's turn, and that those cards are used in your hand. So using Droplet, you now have your humongous hand size because you're playing Volcanics, right? And your board size, because often you're using Ties of the Brethren to get more board control. You can use all that control and that support to actually negate and use things for Forbidden Droplet. It's so good. Along with that, I'm applying 3 Warning Point. Warning Point's so great because, again, it's non-targeting, non-destruction, negates basically as a trap card, but also it stops their monsters in their tracks where they can't be used as fusion, synchro, or Caesar link summons, right? These cards are so good. I'm going to show you guys a quick duel, but probably I might change Forbidden Droplet to 3 and drop Warning Point to 1, because Forbidden Droplet is so great, because sometimes, like, you can get a reload to graveyard, so then you can scattershot your opponent. Sometimes you have a reload in hand that you need to get rid of. You don't have Twin Twisters, you want to send it to the graveyard. You have dead shells in hand. This card's so great. Does so many things for you, and let's just go straight into that example duel. Alright guys, I'm back with the actual EdoPro Quickie. I'm playing against Sacred Beast, the new structure deck. On my hand, I have Rocket. Rocket's gonna give me a reload. This actually a pretty good back row. So we have Rivalry of the Warlords to prevent other types of monsters showing up. We have Reload with a Scatter Shot in hand too, so we don't even have to send this to the graveyard. We have Forbidden Droplet, and we have CED, Compulse Evacuation Device. What does my opponent do? He does the 7 Spirit to get a search. He goes Beckoning Beast. I think oh, he goes Summoning Beast, right? I'm going to Compulse Summoning Beast because it's not a quick effect. He goes 1 for 1, so he can extend. He gets Summoning Beast again. This time, I'm going to destroy this with Scattershot. I think it's fine because I definitely have cards to reload my Scattershots back in my deck. Again, he's doing 1500 points of damage. Such a great effect. Like, you cannot take multiple Scattershots in one game. He activates Nessie. He gets it off. He gets a search. He goes Twin Twisters. I can't do anything, so these cards go to the graveyard. That's fine. He goes Summoning Beast. And I think he passes because he just sits on 2800 booty. We're going to stall here because I can't get over 2800. That's one of the main weaknesses Volcanics have. But what I do have is Volcanic Shell, which is so great. So now I'm going to out advantage my opponent, even though we're both stalling here. I'm also going to activate Rivalry the Warlord, so he does not get the Fiend special summon, right? Because he has the Aqua. And that's so great. I'm going to pause it here. That's so great because I can keep him on the Aquas even though he's playing a Fiend deck. And yet Hamon's going to be a Thunder type. I'm definitely going to... I think I do some more Shell shenanigans. I get the Volcanic Slicer. I do 500 because there's no way I'm getting over 2800. I drew the Forbidden Droplet here. I kept it in my hand because I feared for it. There's no reason to use it right now because I do have CED and I have Stormy Mirror Force. He actually kills itself to again special summon something else. He goes into Hamon, but its main phase 2 can't really do anything. I have so many outs. Again, I think Hamon can't be... Oh, well, he has a field spell, so it can't be targeted or destroyed, I'm pretty sure. But we have Stormy Mirror Force, non-targeting, non-destruction removal. And then we're going to do Ties of the Brethren to get more cards, right? This reload in hand is going to be so good, because I can use a Droplet and then send the reload, and then just use that reload again, right? I Storming Mirror Force. He summons Dark Summoning Beast. I negate it, right? I'm like, nah, you don't get effect. And then that's so good. Obviously, I didn't show some more stuff. But low-key, this card allows you to do so many things because you want cards in your graveyard. You'll have so many opportunities where you just, like I did, like with Ties of the Brethren, you're summoning so many monsters on the board. With Reload and Shell and other cards like that, you're drawing so many cards. So then you have so many resources to use Forbidden Droplet. And it actually counters so many boards and monsters that it's such a great tool. I definitely want to show you guys more uses of Forbidden Droplet, especially because it just came out in Rise of the Duelists. But I think that's it, guys. TK Slider out. What's up, guys?